Yo, what's up? So this is the daily strategy that I use to literally quadruple my commissions overnight. Okay, if you follow exactly what I talk about in this video, you're gonna learn how to like almost mechanically force your close rate to increase, to force the hot streaks as well and limit your cold streaks. All right, this is gonna remove a lot of the guessing for you. This is done with the zero extra dials, zero extra work. Given the same amount of leads that you're working with, it's going to take you maybe 10, 15 minutes every day to do it. And if you use this every day for a month and for some reason you don't make way more money, send me proof, send me screenshots of everything, and send me your Cash App too, because I'll send you $1,000. All right. This stuff works. And here's a little bit of proof. So when I came up with this strategy, it was the end of the summer. I took my foot off the gas. I'll be honest. I really slowed down, and I was at 15K in sales for August 16th to 31st. This was in 2022. Moving into fall, I was like, fuck that. It's time to go. Obviously to see different results, you got to take different action. So I created this strategy, and as you can see, literally 2 weeks after I had the worst sales period of the entire year, I had an amazing sales period. I did 66 grand in total sales. It was about 8 or 9 grand in commissions that I did. So let's dive straight into it, all right? You see on my screen right here, this is the spreadsheet that you're gonna be using every day, okay? This spreadsheet, you're gonna be filling this out daily, and I'm gonna explain how to use it correctly so that you can really pull the key information out of your entire sales day and just create like super actionable steps and just make this entire sales thing so easy. Like how many times do you have a bad sales day? Everything just goes bad. Like your activity is there, you're doing the dials, you're talking to people all day, but at the end of the day, you're like, fuck, I'm at zero. Why? Right? And then you're like, all right, whatever. Let's just see what happens tomorrow. And then you hope that the leads get better, or you hope that, you're just a little bit better the next day. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And we're planning how to win. This is exactly how to do that. So like when you look back at your sales day, instead of just being like, oh, wow, that was a lot, hopefully tomorrow is better, like you're gonna end every single sales day with exactly what needs to change. Not just, generally what needs to change, but exactly what needs to change for you to make more money. So let's dive into it. You're gonna be doing this daily, right? So just picture this entire spreadsheet filled up. This was actually copy and pasted from my personal spreadsheet. I wanted to show you guys a real sales day. So yeah, this was on the 18th of September in 2022. Goal was 10K, had 15 book calls. You write down a couple notes to get the day started. Through your entire sales day, you're gonna write down the name of every single lead that you speak with, okay? After every call, not later on in the day, but after every single call, you're gonna write down a couple notes as to what happened on the actual conversation, okay? Key point here, and I'm going to get into this more towards the end of the video or just throughout. All we're focused on are the missed opportunities. Okay, yellow is what we're focused on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the opportunities to make more money. And at the same time, you want to focus on your wins as well, right? So green is closed, red is not qualified. You're not going to waste any time thinking about how you could have closed a lead who had 12 bucks in their bank account. Right? You're not even going to think about them. You're going to forget about them immediately. You're going to be thinking about these. So, we write down a couple notes here. At the end of your day, you're going to write down your stats, total close, show rate, close rate, EPL. You're going to write down your positives. Okay. So it's very easy to reflect on that. I sucked with this. Think about what worked for you, especially on a day like this day. I closed 18 grand, right? Figure out what worked. What was clicking? Why did you close $18,000 and replicate it the next day? And hopefully you can do the same thing, right? So, in this case, seems like I didn't leave any notes there. Let me see. Over here, perfect. Dug deep on the family time pain point. I connected with him really well on the fact he doesn't have time with his family. Closed him for $8,000 on a 30-minute call, right? Really important. Over here, a great rapport. I actually remember talking to this person, Isabella. She was a manager at a car dealership, I believe it was. And she was kind of like talking shit about her reps. And we just kind of laughed about it for a second because I know what it's like and, we could relate on it. But yeah, like we just got cool. Like we created that personal connection early in the call. and ended up closing it for a $5,000 payment plan, 2K up front, right? This one here, this guy Lucas, he purchased a mastermind from the client that I was selling for like a year ago. This was, we were selling an SMMA offer, so really warm lead. I didn't have to do much there. But on the EOD positives, right, I'm basically looking at Jackson and Isabella, right? It seems like what's common between both is I created like a real human connection. I just got on the same page with them, built a relationship, built that trust, and made the rest of the call really easy, and I was able to close. So, you know, we talk about that here in the positives. Connected early. Cool. I'm going to do that again tomorrow. I'm going to make an effort to make that happen with every lead I speak to. You know, high conviction and enthusiasm, I'm sure that played a role. And, you know, at the same time, I was having fun on calls. It's hard to not have fun if you do $2,000 in commissions, more even. But anyways, okay, EOD adjustments. This is where the money is going to be made. Okay, this is how you're going to quadruple the amount of income that you make. So look at the graph. I did 18K in sales, right? A lot of people would be happy with that. They'd go out to dinner, they'd go party, whatever, right? No, I was writing down notes. So 18 grand in sales, sure, that's good, but I'm selling a $5,000 offer with an $8,000 advanced program. So there was 4 opportunities to close 5K. That's another $20,000 in total sales that I missed out on. Because why? Let's find out. So let's look at the notes. Gave a wife objection. What I said was get a clear vision. I probably got a really vague like dream outcome, and I didn't really understand what he really wanted. And the urgency wasn't really there either. Okay. This person's super dry right off of the bat, had the money, but there was a delay objection. So like a think about it, one of those, right? Just putting it off. So immediately, like what's common between those two? Urgency, right? How can I create urgency more? Did I write it down? Let me see. Yeah, right here. Dig deeper on pain to increase urgency with short guiding questions. So when you think, okay, so here are these 2 calls. I got to think about it for 2 calls, right? I probably needed to create more urgency. I'm not going to settle for that as my note. This is the key right here, and this is where most people get it wrong. Write down how you're going to create more urgency, something that is super actionable that you can write down on your Google Sheet that you can go and do tomorrow. So create urgency by digging deeper on pain with just short guiding questions. So things like, you know, oh wow, so how's that been on you? Or tell me a little bit more about that. You know, or wow, that sounds really tough. I mean, I don't know, things like that. When you just say nothing and you just react to a pain that they give you and you just be silent, they dig deeper and they open up more on their pain and their pain becomes more real, right? So it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to go and do that tomorrow. What's the other opportunity here? So Aiden and Mason, opposed to investing, distrust. He just didn't want to make any investments, I guess. And this person, perfect fit, negative experience with another company, think about it, right? It's kind of like when you get your heart broken and, you know, it's hard for you to find another long-term relationship, right? Got a little bit of distrust, you know? So yeah, that's what it is. Recognize uncertainty earlier, raise belief level with a client win that relates to their unique story, right? So now tomorrow, when I go into my sales calls, this is all I'm going to be thinking about is really these two points right here. And also this third one is a good one, but these 2 points, right? Like I'm going to listen for uncertainty. And the moment I pick up on that, like I'm going to make a point of raising the belief level with a story about a client win who was in a really similar position. You know, same thing with the digging deeper. When I'm getting pain points, I'm going to remember, damn, I left $1,000 in commissions on the table yesterday because I didn't ask these short guiding questions. I was impatient and I didn't close the sale, right? So here's what you're going to do, right? As you move into your next day, you're going to block it off right here, separate the days. You're going to copy and paste this, and we rinse and repeat. Okay? Just like that. Boom. Fresh day. Starting from scratch, new opportunities. Let's see what happens. You'll write down your goals. You'll write down amount of book calls. I'll take these adjustments. I'll put them right here for the notes for the day. And then as I go through my leads, right, I'll make sure that those problems don't come up again. I might have some new problems, right? There might be some other things that I missed, some other opportunities that I missed because, there was something that I didn't do. I'm going to take note of it. I'm going to make the adjustment the day after that. And here's what this is going to do. Like this, just having this framework in front of you, taking 5-10 minutes every single day just to like really think about your day and add in like some real focused self-reflection. It's just going to make your life so easy. It's just going to make, your goals and how do you get better? How do you close more? It's going to make it so clear for you. And most importantly, like we're just talking about like a 48-hour period of just 1 or 2 days of notes. Imagine when you do this for a month straight. Imagine when you do this for a year straight. All of a sudden, you're going to be able to go back and like really highlight your strengths and weaknesses. And you're really going to know what you're bad at. You're going to know, okay, where am I losing the most money? It's kind of like a basketball player, right? Like if you score all of your jump shots from the right side of the court, but you miss all of them from the left, all you're going to be doing in the summer is shooting on the left side of the court to make sure that, okay, now I have a complete game and I'm not missing any more opportunities, right? So that's the thinking here, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this template. I might just leave it blank. I'm going to leave it in the description down below. So what you guys are going to be able to do is create your own Google Sheet. You'll be able to copy and paste the format there. And implement this tomorrow. Start right away on this. And, if you have any questions about it, just drop them in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy closing.